What are the most misunderstood things about an INFJ? INFJs are often celebrated as empathetic, insightful, and visionary. But their unique personality also makes them one of the most misunderstood types in the Myers-Briggs framework. Have you ever wondered why an INFJ's intentions or behaviors might be misinterpreted? In this video, we'll dive deep into the psychology of INFJs, uncovering the most misunderstood aspects of their personality, sharing relatable examples, and offering insights into how these misconceptions can be clarified. To understand why INFJs are often misunderstood, let's first look at what defines them. INFJ stands for introverted, intuitive, feeling, and judging. They are characterized by their blend of deep empathy, strategic thinking, and an unwavering commitment to their ideals. They excel in seeing patterns and envisioning future possibilities. An INFJ might predict the outcome of a situation long before others even notice the signs. They're attuned to others' emotions, often prioritizing harmony over their own needs. In a heated argument, an INFJ might step back to de-escalate the tension, even if they're deeply hurt. INFJs are driven by a desire to create meaningful change, but this can make them seem overly serious or too intense to some. 1. The misunderstanding of INFJ communication. One of the most common areas of misunderstanding for INFJs is how they communicate. Their thought process and need for depth often clash with more straightforward communicators. INFJs often think several steps ahead, which can make their explanations seem overly detailed or convoluted. During a brainstorming session, an INFJ might present a solution that others struggle to follow because it's rooted in abstract connections. INFJs don't always voice their thoughts, leading others to think they're aloof or secretive. They might hold back their true feelings about a group decision to avoid conflict, leaving others puzzled about where they stand. INFJs often replay conversations in their minds, searching for hidden meanings. After a casual chat, an INFJ might wonder, did I say too much? What did they really mean by that comment? 2. Misunderstanding INFJ emotional depth. INFJs are deeply emotional beings, but their unique way of processing emotions often leads to misunderstandings. Their strong empathy can make others feel they're prying, when they're genuinely trying to help. An INFJ sensing a friend's hidden sadness might ask, "Are you sure you're okay?" only to be met with resistance. INFJs are selective about who they open up to, leading others to think they're emotionally unavailable. Even close friends might not realize the INFJ is struggling because they've mastered hiding their pain. INFJs often retreat to recharge, but this can be misinterpreted as disinterest or rejection. After a weekend filled with social activities, an INFJ might skip an invite to recharge, leaving friends feeling slighted. 3. The struggle between idealism and reality. INFJs are idealists at heart, which can create a gap between their expectations and reality, another source of misunderstanding. INFJs often envision an ideal partner or friendship, which can make real-world interactions feel disappointing. An INFJ might end a promising relationship because it doesn't align with their vision of perfect love. Their forward-thinking nature might make them seem detached from the present. During a team project, an INFJ might focus on long-term impacts while others prioritize immediate results. INFJs struggle with environments or people who lack sincerity, often being labeled as overly sensitive. They might withdraw from a workplace filled with office politics, leading colleagues to view them as uncommitted. 4. Misinterpretation of INFJ independence. INFJs value their independence, but this trait is often misunderstood by those around them. INFJs cherish their solitude, which can be misread as detachment. A coworker might think the INFJ isn't a team player when they prefer working on a solo task. Their need for alone time can make partners feel neglected. An INFJ might need a quiet evening to recharge after an intense week, leaving their partner feeling unimportant. INFJs often avoid burdening others, which can make them seem overly self-reliant. Even when overwhelmed, an INFJ might say, "I've got it," rather than asking for support. 5. INFJs and their complex decision-making. The decision-making process for INFJ personality is another area that confuses those around them. Their choices often stem from a mix of logic, intuition, and emotional alignment. They rely on gut feelings, which can seem irrational to others. An INFJ might choose a job offer that feels right emotionally over one with better pay. INFJs consider every possible outcome, leading to decision paralysis. When buying a car, an INFJ might take weeks to decide because they're considering environmental impact, safety, and emotional satisfaction. Their thoroughness can be seen as indecisiveness. While INFJs are often misunderstood, building stronger connections with them is possible through patience, communication, and empathy. Here is how to better understand the INFJ personality. Ask them to share their thoughts without fear of judgment. Instead of assuming they're upset, ask, "What's on your mind?" Understand that their solitude is about recharging, not rejection. Recognize their depth and sincerity without dismissing them as too sensitive. INFJs may be rare and complex, but their depth, empathy, and vision make them invaluable. By understanding the misunderstood aspects of their personality, we can foster deeper connections and celebrate their uniqueness. Are you an INFJ or do you know one? Share your experiences in the comments. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell for more psychology insights. Stay safe and see you in the next one.